Welcome to Forest Ferns, located on South Africa's beautiful Tsitsikamma coast. Tsitsikamma means place of many waters in the old Khoisan language once spoken here. Fairy tale ferns and majestic indigenous forests flourish alongside magical rivers. Forest Ferns grows and harvests the ferns that thrive here for export to the world's flower capitals. Forest Ferns also offers visitors a special taste of Africa. Tsitsikamma was home to early man who roamed these shores and forests with elephants and otters, eagles and lions. Nature provided everything necessary for human evolution. Today, Tsitsikamma is more developed, but is still home to richly diverse fauna and flora. The coast is a national park and marine reserve, surrounded by protected indigenous forest, farmland, commercial forestry and eco-tourist getaways.
Lots of sharks coming. When I say lots of sharks, 6 or 7 we've seen at any one time. Small,
Ecotourism is a growing industry. You can also explore the wonderful world of ferns at the beautiful Forest Ferns estate. Frans and Meg Gerber started Forest Ferns in 1985.
We came down to a farm that was totally undeveloped, and we started by building a road and climbing trees to see where we should put the pack shed down. And we actually pioneered from nothing to what we have today.
We started harvesting in the indigenous forests, but soon realized that the fern was also growing in pine plantations. That led us to actually establish concentrated plantings of fern under pine plantations, under irrigation and also under fertigation. We then went on to establish shade houses, of which we have 4.5 hectares now, where we established the ferns under artificial shade. We have developed the product side to the point where we now have a total of 29 different products which we export to the European markets. Obviously we started small, only with Remora fern, but as the product range increased, we now currently exporting in the vicinity of about 2.6 million bunches of foliage to the markets. We're exporting 10 tons a week to 7 different clients in Europe.
Forest Ferns recently opened a magnificent new attraction for visitors to Tsitsikamma, the Fernery.
The craft shop is there to support local artists as far as we can, and will carry unique products which are made specially for Forest Ferns.
Ferns invariably represent cool, moist places, shaded from the sun and normally associated with clear mountain streams and regions where man has not yet played his destructive hand. For me, ferns and tranquility are synonymous, and I have no doubt that paradise, wherever that may be, is festooned with all manner of strange and wonderful ferns. Here in the Southern Cape, you have a large slice of that fern-filled Eden that I keep referring to. It is therefore heartwarming for me to witness the development of this wonderful facility, which promotes so many facets of fern cultivation and knowledge. The scope of this fernery is certainly unique in Africa.
People have used ferns worldwide through the ages for their medicinal and magical properties. With their fine natural forms and colorings, ferns hold a special aesthetic appeal. Ferns also have a unique place in scientific study.
Here we are in the Southern Cape forest, surrounded by the grove of Cape Tree Fern. These forests have some of the richest fern diversities in the whole of southern Africa, and we have a climate where you get rain in both summer and winter, and this continually moist climate enables ferns to proliferate and diversify. Unlike flowering plants which reproduce by means of flowers and seeds, ferns reproduce by means of spores, and these spores are produced in these small little brown bodies which are borne on the underside of the fern leaf. Fern leaf is also known as a frond.
Ferns are amongst the oldest species in our planet's rich botanical history.
They originally arrived here about 300 million years ago, 230 million years before flowering plants, and as such they are living fossils in the true sense of the word.
Ferns flourish here in such profusion that they can be harvested in the wild, cultivated and exported without damaging this pristine natural environment. The Forest Ferns operation is geared to the huge first world flower markets. Forest Ferns collaborates with conservation authorities to ensure that harvesting in the wild is environmentally sustainable.
Officials will walk behind our pickers in the forest and monitor the intensity of picking. And very important there is that we are only allowed to take 50% of the harvestable leaves of a plant.
Die kontrakteur mag 50% van die blare op die plant pluk wat plukbaar is. Dus die doel is om bewaring toe te pas op die bos vir die benutting.
With high local unemployment levels, the Forest Ferns operation boosts the local economy.
We're working over 27,000 hectares in the Southern Cape. We have got a very big employment. We talk here of about 165 people being employed.
Forest Ferns produce is a clean, green export whose production has not harmed South Africa's environment. South African government officials are the last line in a series of environmental checks adhered to by Forest Ferns. Visitors to the fernery may also sample a sublime dimension to the Tsitsikamma experience, the Dolphin Trail. The Dolphin Trail is a joint venture between Forest Ferns and other coastal farmers, adventure tour operators and national parks. Tsitsikamma offers a total experience for adventure and eco-tourists. Forest Ferns combines environmental tourism and employment generation with the export of clean, green South African produce. We invite you to experience the magical world of Forest Ferns for yourself.